Something unusual is happening inside Donald Trump's own political movement. So for years, Donald Trump has been undisputed leader for MAGA movement. No Republican politician have come so close to matching his influence, how powerful that is. But now, some of his most loyal supporters are openly criticizing him. Not because of economy, not because of that totally, not because of immigration at all, and not because of, for sure, of elections. Instead, it's just because Trump's recent approach towards Iran. That's a shocking thing. So the big question here is this just a temporary disagreement, or is Donald Trump actually losing the support from the part of his base? So let me break this down in details. Pay attention to this. So a recent report claims that Donald Trump has pretty well trashed his reputation with some of key MAGA supporters. That's a strong statement right here. And whether you agree with it or not, there's no doubt that a debate is taking place inside conservative circles right now. So the reason centers on Donald Trump's recent Iran agreements and growing concerns among some supporters about foreign policy with Iran. So for many years, MAGA voters supported Donald Trump because he promised something different from a traditional Republicans. They liked his America First approach. Make America great again. They wanted fewer foreign conflicts, less involvement overseas, and more focuses on issue at home. But that's not happening right now. Now, some critics inside the movement are asking whether Donald Trump is still following that path or not. As we are seeing, he's not following that. So what started this controversy? So the controversy began after the report emerged about Donald Trump's diplomatic effort involving Iran, about the deal. So the administration describes this as an agreement as a major achievement. Well, it seems like, but the supporters of the deal argue that it reduces tensions, avoids conflicts, and creates more stability in the region. Now, from that perspective, diplomacy is a win. No war, no military escalation, no waste of money on the foreign wars, no negotiations, but not everyone sees that way. Some MAGA influencers and commentators argue the deal gives too much away. Others worry that Iran can't be trusted, believe in any agreement will eventually benefit America's adversaries. Now, as a result, social media platforms and conservative media outlets have become battleground over this particular issue. Now, why some supporters are so upset on Donald Trump? The frustration isn't really about one deal. No, it's all about the expectation. Many Trump supporters saw him as a politician who challenged both political parties, but someone who rejected foreign policy establishment. Now, when they hear about the negotiations, compromises, or probably international agreements, some immediately become so suspicious. Their concern is super simple. They ask about this. Is this the same type of foreign policy we have been probably seeing for decades? Or others argue, on the other hand, unfair criticisms. Now, they point that successful leadership often requires negotiations. After all, avoiding conflict is usually better than creating one. It is, honestly. Now, they say Donald Trump is trying to achieve peace from a position of strength rather than weakness. That's what he portrays now. Now, that's where the division begins here. Both sides claim they're defending the original America First philosophy. They just disagree on what that philosophy actually means. Now, is this really a big problem for Donald Trump? Here's where the things will get honestly very interesting. Despite the headlines, it's important to keep things in perspective. Donald Trump remains by far the most influential figure in the Republican Party till now. So his approval among the Republican voters is still very strong, on a very positive side. Most elected Republicans continue to support him till now. Many voters who disagree with him on one thing, even they support political coalition, are rarely 100% united. Now, every president faces disagreements within their own base. That's common, but as for a little thing. Now, the question is whether the criticisms exist. The question is whether criticism grows large enough to create lasting political damage. But right now, that answer remains so unclear. Now, what Donald Trump's supporters are trying to say, what are they really saying? What's fascinating is even among Trump supporters, opinions are absolutely mixed. Some believe the criticism is being exaggerated by media outlets looking for signs of division. On the other hand, Generally, this is the biggest test for the Donald Trump's MAGA movement. Now, many supporters are taking a wait-and-see approach. They're not focused on headlines at all. They are focused absolutely on one thing. Those are called results. If the agreement leads to greater stability without military conflicts, many may ultimately support it. If it doesn't, criticisms could intensify instantly. For now, debate continues over and over again. So overall, my conclusion, what I think, at the end of the day, this story isn't really about Iran. It's all about the expectations from Donald Trump. Donald Trump built a political movement around challenging the status quo. So whenever supporters believe he is moving away from the mission, some push back. That's exactly what we are seeing right now. But disagreements doesn't automatically mean political supporters can criticize a leader, still support them overall. So the real test will be what happens next if Donald Trump policies deliver